guys, I wanted to show you the quick crown jewels that I've designed for my story, which I'm writing. It's about the Imperial Monarchy, as I was talking about, and they're very, very wealthy. So this is the Royal Scepter, which I've designed, and the jewels are all the same sort of style, and has this kind of, twisting golden piece down there, and then it's all fleur-de-lis at the top, and as you can see it's a different type of fleur-de-lis. It's got another curl, and it's all very heavily designed. Simple though at the same time, because it's just the white and gold. Then we have Maria Charlotta's bed, which I've just literally done. As you can see, it is obviously the bed of an empress. We have her initials here, MC, Maria Charlotta. All this is like an explosion of gold on the top. This is like sort of balusters that come up, and then there's this sort of drapery that's hanging, and she's got white bed covers. And here is sort of the imagery of her country. We have all this around the sides. All this is, sorry, it's Noisy Family. All this along here, you see. And then this is supposed to be what the walls look like behind her bed, because it's on sort of like an out part of the wall. Her voice is so annoying. And then we have obviously the Royal Crown, the ultimate piece of the Royal Collection, or the Imperial Collection. And this is honestly one of the grandest crowns I've ever designed. It has the most, grandest appearance. So it starts off, this is where your head will be placed, and then these spikes will obviously stick out from the sides. This is supposed to represent the kind of, almost like it's protection from the monarch. And this is where all the jewels are along here. And then these arms that stretch out with these curls and go all the way up with these yellow fleur-de-lis on the top. Same with the top. We have all this that goes right the way up there. It's a very big and grand crown. Definitely a piece of, theatre as well as a royal collection. Now, if you don't know, there's 3 crowns in this whole crown itself. We have the main crown, which is the arms here, all these arms. Then we have this crown in there, and then we have a crown at the top. So it's 3 crowns in one. And I'm thinking of, writing more about that. I was thinking of putting imagery with the story, and this definitely would be part of it. Then this is the orb, which the royals would hold in their hands. And that point there would go in the middle finger, so you basically hold it with the point going through the middle like that. Simplicity again. Obviously we have all this Rococo design, but it's also white. It's just white and gold. There's no jewels on it. It's just white and gold, except the gold. These pieces are all solid gold in the book, and it goes all the way up like this. It's very heavily decorated. Oh, I forgot to do this one. I forgot to colour it in. But this is the throne of Maria Charlotta. Starts off on the bottom. It's supposed to be like Louis the 15th and 14th styled chair. We have these Louis the 15th styled legs on the bottom. We zoom in a bit by perfect camera skills. Then we have an upside down fleur-de-lis, but it has a rounded top. And what this in the book it basically means is the rounded fleur-de-lis is a sign of revolution in the story. So the rounded fleur-de-lis, which is the sign of the revolutionaries, is upside down in the book. Everything is made up in the book, so the sign of the rounded fleur-de-lis is upside down. Then we have the arms, classical style with the curled ends. You may have noticed these 2 men here. They've got wings, you see, instead of arms, and they're supposed to be like protection. It's very symbolic. This is the seat area, and there's the back piece, and this is all gold, all this, but this circular bit is fabric. And we keep going up, and then all this is gold all around here, and then these are the flags of the country, here and here, and the bird on the top. So it's very, very heavily decorated. Oh, and I just want to show you this one. I didn't actually choose this for the story, but it's something that I really love, something that I designed myself. It is a little villa, and I was thinking of making it like, I don't know, it's just very interesting. This is obviously the house, 3 stories high with a kind of huge roof. And these are the parterre around it, surrounding, and these are all the gardens. You see, it's called La Cabra. La Cabra. And I don't know why. Just showing you my drawings now. A lady. Oh, and this is, I don't know who this is, but it's just a drawing of I'm still developing the fashion of the court in the story, and, you know, I'm doing lots of drawings like this. She's quite interesting. What do you think? I always like the emotion in my pictures are always quite well shown, I think, in my opinion, aren't they? This is a man, Louis XIV style, with the Louis XIV hair and clothing. This is his face. And we have some sort of weird looking lady. What's that? Just an unfinished piece. I might carry on with that. This looks like a design for a palace. Yes, indeed. Then I often try and come up with mysterious alien monarchies. It's got 3 eyes. I don't know why I do that. I'm so weird. Okay, and then we have, what's this? The levee ceremony at the Imperial court. This obviously isn't the Empress's bedroom. This is the Princess Chemise's levee. It says there. I don't know who the Princess Chemise is, but you see all the ladies bowing to their Empress, probably the daughters, and then we have the courtiers here, and somebody addressing the monarch. She's facing away from her people. Don't know why that is. But yeah, and there's like what I wanted to do with this picture is to, like, around the ceiling are these little holes where the people can walk around, and there are ladies watching the whole session going on. You see that? Let's see what else there is. Oh, I'm still coming up with kind of ideas for the Imperial court fashion. Yeah. And the Scepter styles again. I don't know who this is. He's holding a globe, so he must be quite powerful. What do you think? Yes, no? Comtesse de Provence. That's not actually the real Comtesse de Provence, but I just like to use their names. I think they're very interesting. And there's something on the back. Oh, this is the... I came up with this. This is, a test symbol of what the Royal Imperial symbol would be. As you can see, the rounded fleur-de-lis at the bottom. We have the pointed fleur-de-lis at the top. There and there. And this is the sun, but, Louis XIV had the sun. But this is a kind of extremist version of the sun, with 2 fleur-de-lis pointing towards these cherubs here, flying, and somebody holding on, and there again. I drew this when I was stoned as well, so it's quite... I'm really proud of it. It's actually quite realistic to watch real royal images that I like. We have the fabric hanging, dangling, and these 2 kind of scepters either side. That is quite interesting. What do you think? We have some sort of lady with only 1 eye. I do that quite often. It's not an Illuminati thing, but I just do that quite often. This is a man who I am still designing for the Imperial fashion at court. So you see the grandiose column and his drapery. It's a man, and it looks like cleavage, but it is a man. This is a piece that I wrote for homework. I'll read you a bit of it. The concept of monarchy has always been debatable. It has been suggested that absolute monarchy is a bad form of government. The people don't get a say, and the power goes to one individual, the sovereign. This is the case with Louis XIV, the most famous king in Europe's history. A man with absolute power, who built a palace with over 700 rooms, who moved his entire court to one central hall, Versailles. A man who also had a say over everything and spent most of France's national income for his own pleasure. Last of all, a man who won over revolution and restored his monarchy political system. Um, Other such monarchies centuries later, such as Queen Victoria, the absolute ruler of England, head of a vast empire, and the Empress of India. Such monarchy would be despised of today, but then it was all the rage, and such monarchies barely survived the 18th century, or the 19th century, it says there. A monarchy with absolute power, control over the state finances, governing over the entire land, would be all the rage in the 18th century. A model queen who could provide a royal heir and be the central idea of fashion for the female members at court. A king who would fight in battle, lead his troops, be able to win a revolution, and have a court which would be the cultural and central hub of the country. One might imagine such people as deluded. The idea of a single human being able to talk with the gods and one day feast in heaven in a lavish idea of splendour of monarchy. And this is a man I made up as a story. Augustus XIV, father of Reginald Livingston, an aristocratic family with close connections to the government and a wealthy family in their own right. Reginald, having won his fortune over the Battle of Saxony, he won the respects of thousands. The Livingstons, living at Bluevens, a chateau built in the Montague Valley. Bluevens happened to be one of the first chateaux completed in the classical style, neoclassical columns with floor-to-ceiling windows with curved rims. The chateau had extensive grounds and some baroque gardens. The park was over 200 acres large, with farmland and cottages for the estate workers. The chateau also was built in the alignment of the sun, which was considered very fashionable at the time. I won't read you any more, but that's just the story that I began. Yeah. As I keep saying, style at court. My brother drew that. How creepy is that? I've shown you these before. Wish I could turn back time to the good old days when I say I still say I'm so stressed out. Wish I could turn back time to the good old days when I still say I'm not so stressed out. Wish I could turn back time to the good old days when I say I'm not so stressed out. Wish I could turn back time to the good old days when I say I don't know the lyrics to that song at all. I drew this one last night. Oh, and this one. Hell yeah. I try and make them with these kind of, when I draw women and men, I really try and give them the eyes to be the main focus of the picture. I'm going to leave it there because I think this video is going to, die soon because of the storage. But thank you for watching. I did intend just to show you the jewels, but it went a bit over the top, so. But I'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright. See you later. Bye.